Elvis on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. I am a long-time Elvis fan. I actually used to have annual birthday parties for Elvis Presley. That's how much of a fan. I still have a ton of collectibles, various things in the basement, memorabilia that is just aching to be displayed. But the good news is you don't have to come to my house to get your Elvis fix. You can get a very fun one on stage in Elm Grove. It's fresh after opening weekend of All Shook Up at Sunset Playhouse. It is absolutely my pleasure to welcome All Shook Up director Tommy Lewick.
Hello, thanks for having us.
My pleasure. Assistant director Nikki Lewick.
Hello, thank you for having us.
And he plays Chad. You're truly channeling the Elvis. Cast member Brad Skonecki.
Hello.
Brad, can I call you a star?
Sure. We do.
Good, because you are truly the man on stage channeling the Elvisness.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be
It's
bringing that kind of energy?
It feels great. It really is something. It's a weird feeling. You feel like you have people in the palm of your hands in a way that you never felt before.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's part of, I would think, why you perform, to have that connection and have those magic moments like that. So round robin, congratulations after your opening weekend. One word, how does it feel now that you're past the opening weekend?
Relieved.
Relieved and excited, yeah. I'll say exhilarating.
Ooh, yeah, I was saying, because you're making the magic there. What is the plot of All Shook Up?
It is about a little town that is heavily conservative, and this roving roustabout Chad comes in and shakes things up, and people fall in love. Some people take a little longer than others to find the person they're falling in love with. Yeah.
It's set in 1955?
Yep. 1950s, yep.
What is it about this show that appealed to you and said, I want to audition, I want to be in it?
Big Elvis fan.
Oh, you're on
I
brand. I love your T-shirt.
Thank you. I in my talent show in high school, I would perform Elvis pieces, typically, in costume and everything.
Tell me about your audition.
My audition.
Did you bring costumes? Did you?
I did not. I should have.
Really? Well, you got the role. You got the role. But what is that audition process like, especially when you know that it has an Elvis aspect to it and you don't want to impersonate him, but you want to bring that special swagger, that energy?
Yeah. I looked for a piece, an audition piece. I had to have 32 bars to sing. And I ended up picking Lady's Choice from Hairspray that Zac Efron sang, because I thought, well, this is a ladies' man kind of guy, and this song fits that 50s Elvis hip swiveling kind of dance.
Because would it be too obvious to do an Elvis song in your audition?
I was like, I should try not to do an Elvis song, even though I want to.
But you're right, because then I think you'd be tempted to do a tribute artist type interpretation instead of. I think that was a very insightful choice. Congratulations on getting the role of Chad.
Thank you so much.
And I talked to Tommy as the director. How involved were you in the casting?
Oh, directly involved.
Yeah. How many aspiring Elvi came in?
Oh, I think, how many people did we have at the auditions, Nick?
I think we had close to, across 2 nights, it was about 50-ish people.
It sounds like a lot of fun to me, because it's not my decision making. It's not my job. It's just the entertainment. But you got to make a decision of somebody who's really going to embody that role.
Right. And usually, you can kind of see what everybody brings to their audition, and you can kind of get an idea of what character they're interested in playing. And on the audition sheet, it asks, what roles are you interested in? So it helps you along that way. But then when you finally make your decisions, we kind of make them as a team. And so we were very happy with, obviously, Brad and the other cast members that we got for the show.
And tell me, what is it that excites you about All Shook Up, where you were like, I want to direct?
Well, I think it's really neat because it's the story of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. That's the actual plot line, and it's set to Elvis music, which is a really fun sort of, mashup. And
Definitely.
Shakespeare's referred to a few times in the script itself, so it's kind of funny.
That is great. And it's so funny. This show could be a gateway to both the legend of Elvis and the legend of Shakespeare.
Yep.
When you blend the music and those story threads where somebody might be like, oh, 12th Night, I would have never thought to read that. But now if you can imagine that, and makes it more approachable.
Right.
That's fun. And then Nikki Lewick.
Yes, ma'am.
You share the same surname with Tommy.
I do.
Is that a coincidence?
It is not a coincidence. We are married, and we have been doing teamwork together at the Sunset Playhouse for, it's been probably 10 years.
At
No,
least,
16 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to stage manage the shows that he would direct, and then just sort of moved into an assistant director role, among other things that I happen to do at Sunset Playhouse.
I feel like a lot of people at Sunset, wear different hats.
For sure.
And enjoy wearing the different hats.
Yes. I am a vice president on the board. I've been volunteering there for 20 plus years. I co-produce another program at the Sunset Playhouse. It's called After Sunset Studio Series. And I co-produce that with a gal named Erica Navin, who is also the education director at Sunset Playhouse. So definitely people are wearing many hats.
That's a
Not just
fabric.
me.
That's not even hats. That's just interwoven into all
Right.
the aspects of bringing creativity and joy on stage in so many different ways at Sunset Playhouse. Stay with us. We are talking about All Shook Up with Tommy and Nikki Lewick and star Brad Skornecki as Chad, the Elvisness on stage. So stay with us here for more All Shook Up on What's on Tap.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
You know I can be found.
The last time you soaked in some Elvisness. All Shook Up at Sunset Playhouse is a place where you can do that through May the 10th, a fun musical set in 1955, and isn't an Elvis tribute show, is it? It's
not really an Elvis tribute show, no.
no, I was saying, but you hear Elvis music in it.
Oh, completely, yes.
So I'm having a tiny cast party with Chad from All Shook Up, otherwise known as actor Brad Skornecki, who gets to not only just wear his colorful Elvis t-shirt today, but actually shake and jive and bring the energy on stage in that Elvisness, but also bringing that spirit out. I have the director and the assistant director, Tommy Lewick,
Yep.
hi, and Nikki Lewick, who are bringing this to life. So we have Chad on stage, swiveling and shaking. How big is the cast? Who else is part of this storytelling?
There's 24 members of the cast, so it's a large cast, and there's various couples, in line kind of with what we were talking about, with being the story of Twelfth Night, kind of follows that plot line. So there's various couples. There's a sheriff. There's a mayor who is just mad at everybody for rocking and rolling and having fun. And then the counterpart to Brad is Natalie. Her character's name is Natalie, and she falls in love with Chad, but there's some twists and turns in the show. We don't want to give everything away.
Oh, no, not at all. Tell me about the costuming and the set design.
The set design, everybody who works at Sunset volunteers in terms of construction and all that. We have AJ Simon as our interim scenic designer, and all different kinds of, it's a one set show, but then things come on and leave. Different props come on, we actually have carnival rides that come on and leave, and funny things like that. And costumes.
Yep, there's a lot of costumes, and it's a lot of work for our costumer, Lisa Quinn, because it's set in the 1950s, and there's several costume changes, and It's a musical theater, so we can't let anything be boring.
Oh,
So,
no.
so there's some glittery dresses, there's 1950s dresses, all kinds of fun stuff.
Backup doo-wop dancers.
And you talk about a set, it's like it doesn't always have to rotate. I think we've gotten spoiled by some of the
Yes.
over-the-top Broadway shows, which create their own magic, but doesn't have to be. Let our minds fill in that, in the imagination and set the scene for us. And Brad, do you get to wear a big pompadour? What's your costume like as Chad?
Oh, I got a nice leather jacket with my nice blue jeans and a white shirt, and I do have a pompadour that I slick up every show before I get ready.
Do you have a wig or is it your
No, it's
natural
my
hair?
hair.
Oh, fun.
And don't forget your blue suede.
And my blue suede shoes.
Oh, yeah. That's the piece de resistance. That is the icing on the cake for any person who's channeling that Elvisness. What is truly, you were talking about really feeling like, oh, I've got the attention of the entire audience and everybody on stage. Like, I've got you in the palm of my hand. We're going to have some fun. What is one of those magic moments? No spoilers, but like, what is there a line? Is there a song where you just really feel it? You feel like the whole live audience is together.
I would say during the number "Come On Everybody," which was in Elvis's movie Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I think that's really where a lot of things come to life.
There's a lot of clapping.
Yeah.
Everybody got it in. Come on,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes.
Tommy, how about you as the director? What moment do you really want to have happen? Again, spoiler free, but if it can be an emotional one or it
yeah.
can be a lively one.
I like Chad's solo. I think it's called I Don't Want To.
Mm-hmm.
But he really does. He really does want to. It's very, very, very funny.
I'm so glad that we are just blessed with such a great community theater. And you talk about volunteers, like you don't have to be on stage shining like Brad to really feel like you're part of it. And if your skill is making the set and painting, or your skill is, being great with a needle and being able to craft clothing, all of it. Like, I love that it brings the community together on stage and backstage, in addition to coming to see the performance. So thanks for carrying on this tradition. All of you have been involved for how long? Brad, how long at Sunset
At
Playhouse?
least since 2018. So 8 years.
Cool. Tommy?
I've been there since I was 11 years old. Yeah, I grew up down the street. And hey, it was really cheap babysitting for my parents. So
And it brought this creative side of you out.
now I'm 59 and I'm still there. So it's just a great, great place.
And you are beaming. So it seems like a place that you want to
Yeah.
be. And Nikki, how long have you been involved? And you're so very involved.
Yeah, it's once it gets you, you can't leave it. My first show on stage there was in 2007. So I think I can't do math very well, but I think that's
Nearly
close to nearly 20 years. Yeah.
Yes. Well, well done. Congratulations to each of you on opening weekend of All Shook Up, and have a great run all the way through May 10th at Sunset Playhouse. And the best place to keep up with tickets and other productions at Sunset Playhouse?
Go to their website, www.sunsetplayhouse.com.
And the song you need to hear next is the title of the show to put you in the mood to get all shook up in Elm Grove. That's next on What's on Tap.